The countdown is on right now. We're taking a live look outside over the Golden One Center in beautiful blue skies. The Sacramento Kings and their fans are ready for the Game 5 of playoffs against the Golden State Warriors. Tip-off is just about 3 hours away now, and the stakes with this one are really high.
Yes, they are. The teams are tied right now with 2 wins each. We have live team coverage of all the excitement. Let's start with Sports Director Del Rogers and Lisa Gonzalez anchoring our coverage from DOCO this evening. Big question from fans are asking, will star De'Aaron Fox take the court tonight?
Well, welcome to outside of the Golden One Center. Lisa Gonzalez, I'm Del Rogers, and Ty, as you said, that's the big question because this guy came in averaging 31.5 points a game, and if you take that out of the equation, Kings may not win those 2 games, so he is very important. First-time NBA All-Star, so everyone's going to see if he does play and what kind of condition that he's in, Lisa.
Right, and he's really been the only player who's played well the whole series. And so people really want him out there, and he's not exactly 100% just yet, still not 100% clear at all, but it looks like we'll just have to wait and see for sure as we get closer to tip-off. But yesterday, he said he's ready. You know, Del, you were there. He told you he's ready. He expects to play. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But Coach Mike Brown basically said the same thing and did add that it's a bit complex. This morning, the team held practice ahead of tonight's game, and afterward, Domantas Sabonis and Kevin Huerter told us that De'Aaron Fox will be on the court despite the broken finger on his left shooting hand.
He's on the court. He made a decision early, and it's a big part of what we do. Oh, he's great. You know, he's ready. You know, he's not trying to pay attention to it.
You're throwing Wingo?
Well, Lisa, I think that question won't be answered until tip-off. I really think, from what I saw yesterday at practice, he had his finger covered. He was, shooting the ball. But when game time comes and it takes an errant pass, or someone goes for the ball and catches his finger, what will happen after that? So I think there's a lot left to find out, and that won't start. We won't know until, I think, tip-off. For more from what the fans are anticipating, let's toss things out to Melanie Wingo. Melanie.
Hey, you guys, it's already, as I'm sure you can attest, starting to feel a bit exciting out here. Not quite at a roar that we can feel at the moment, but we know it will get there very soon. Fans are already starting to arrive here in the downtown Commons DOCO area, right outside Golden One Center. And we just happened to hold off on these fans walking right by us. We said, could you please stop by and tell us what's going on in your minds tonight? How are you feeling about the Kings' chance of winning at home again tonight?
I think they got a good chance if Fox shows up today. If he's hurt and he doesn't do so good, I don't think that they'll win. But if Fox is good, they'll win. Okay,
and were you worried the other night when we heard that he was injured?
No.
You think he's going to get out there and get business done, right?
No, yeah. He knows what's at stake, yeah.
All right, and how long have you two been fans?
My whole life. I'm from Sacramento. He's from Antigua, but he's been a fan his whole life too.
So you guys are out, you're represented with your jerseys, your Fox ears right now, so that's cool. And what would you have to say to the team itself? As lifelong fans, what would you have to say, words of encouragement for them tonight?
Let's get it done. We got this. I think we got it. I don't know.
All right, there you go. You heard it from the fans. Thank you too for sticking around and talking with us tonight. We also know that a lot of folks are going to be coming in here to the DOCO area, right up to Golden One. So already in place, we see stepped up patrols. We've got some Sacramento Police Department officers here. And then in the distance, we're also seeing the security measures that are in place. People have to pass through some metal detectors before they get into the secured area. Folks on the inside will be rooting on the Kings. Also, there's a special area just beyond here, the 916 section. That's where folks will be watching the game outside, so a lot of excitement here tonight, and we will be tracking it all night long. We'll see you at 4:30, but for now, Del and Lisa, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Melanie. I got to tell you, I got to add this, and Mark would give us a degree. It's hot.
We may hit our first 90 today for this year. We may do it.
I'm perspiring. I'm getting some buildup like Seabiscuit after a good race. I can't stop perspiring. Anyway.
Well, and also on the submit, I think it's about 10 degrees warmer than what it normally is.
But I think 2 guys need to step up.
Yeah.
Kevin Huerter, he's a long-range guy. He's a starter. He's taken 27 three-point shots shots. He only made 3. Domas Sabonis, he needs to step up. He's taken average of 14 shots during all 4 games, so he needs to step up. But we need those 2 guys to step up.
And they know what they need to do. These teams know each other very, very well. They play the same type of basketball, fast basketball. Coach Brown has mentioned that they really need to work on their spacing. So we'll see what happens tonight. But here are Sabonis and Huerter with what they think they'll be working on tonight.
I'm just thinking of what can we do to win. There's a lot of, we've been playing good defense, but I feel like there's moments we can play better and play 48 minutes, and I think the playoffs is about the team, there's nothing important. Obviously, if I do better, it might help the team, but at the end of the day, we just need to get a win. Everyone's going to be happy if we win, so that's definitely the goal.
The team is adjusting as the series goes on, and adding new plays, taking away plays, defensively trying to switch things up, using different lineups. So the series just kind of continuously has life.
Well, bottom line, they got to step up.
Yeah.
We hope that De'Aaron Fox can be De'Aaron Fox. If he doesn't, then those 2 guys, they have to step up, or the Kings are going to be down 3 games to 2.
We don't want to see that.
No.
We don't want to see, especially in the series that you started 2-0. We've got a special coming up for you, the King's Quest Playoff Pride, coming up at 6:30 right here on KCRA3. And we have a lot planned, including this new generation of Kings fans, Doug.
Yeah.
It's a whole new breed out there. So
I want to
we've
see
got
that
story coming up for you, and we will be done with our show well before tip-off. So don't worry about that. Tune in right here at 6:30 on KCRA3. Back to you guys.
Can I say 2 words? Air conditioner.
Oh.
We'll send some your way. We're fanning through the camera.
Del, we need to get you a mister out there. You deserve that.
Okay.
All right, guys, great job out there. Here's a look at the remaining schedule. Game 5 is tonight at 7 at the Golden One Center. Then Game 6 is on Friday at the Chase Center in San Francisco. If the team split, Game 7 would be on Sunday back at Golden One. And as Lisa just said, don't forget to join us tonight for a King's Quest Playoff Pride special. KCRA3's Jason Mark shows us how the Kings are inspiring a new generation of players in the Sacramento region. Del Rogers and Lisa Gonzalez will be anchoring our coverage.